So I'm going to just start this video by saying I am not a millionaire by any means. Like I literally made my first dollar online ever just a few weeks ago at the beginning of August, like the 3rd of August thereabout. So this video is not me like giving instructions like, hey, do this because I'm a millionaire now. I'm telling you to do this. Like we're going to get there eventually later in the future, but as of right now, this video is just me just telling you things I've learned. So like I watch a lot of all these millionaire and make money online gurus and everything. So these are just things I've learned personally and things I'm planning of implementing in my life. So just take that disclaimer, like I'm not a millionaire by any means, because the internet sometimes is kind of funny. It's almost like, I'm sure I've heard it before, the fat person that is giving you weight loss advice. So it's kind of the same thing here, the broke person that is giving you how to be a millionaire advice. But that's the reason why I'm giving this disclaimer. I'm not a millionaire. This is just what I've learned. These are just my observations and my thoughts. So everything I say, take it with a grain of salt. So the first thing I just want to say, I'm going to divide this video into 2 parts. The first part is going to be the tactics. These are just like the tangible things you can do to become a millionaire. But first of all, I want to just throw out some numbers out there. $100, something worth $100 sold to 10,000 people, that's $1 million. Something worth $1,000 sold to 1,000 people, that's also $1 million. Something worth $10 sold to 100,000 people, also $1 million. Something worth $5,000 sold to 200 people, $1 million. Something worth $10,000 sold to 100 people, also $1 million. So it seems like $1 million sounds like very far-fetched, but when you break it down to numbers like this, you realize it's not as far-fetched as it looks. So anyways, let's get right into the tactics. The first thing you should do if you want to be a millionaire is to find a high-value skill. So in simple terms, a high-value skill is something that is very valuable to like the market, the job market or the market in general. And a few things that I wrote down here: copywriting, sales, programming, medicine, engineering, all those type of stuff that are high value. Like find a high value skill. The more valuable the skill you have, the more like easier it is to make money. Because for example, somebody that is like a professional in, let's say, programming, is going to earn a lot more money than somebody that is a professional in, like, I don't know, skateboarding, for example. Like of course there's like, it's not very correct. You can show me an example of somebody that is like making more money in skateboarding than somebody in programming. But in general, somebody that is a professional in medicine is going to make a lot more money than somebody that is a professional in like dancing. So to be a millionaire, find a high value skill, something that is like actually very valuable to the market, not just any random thing. The second thing you should do to become a millionaire is to become really, really good at that skill, and invest in books, invest in courses, invest in mentors. Like a good thing Andrew Tate used to say is like, if you want to learn how to play the piano, piano, you gotta meet the piano teacher, or you can sit down there by yourself, and be playing the piano and everything. Like you're going to eventually learn how to play it, but it's like you're just going to waste unnecessary time, and there are a lot of things that you will not really know that is until you go and meet like a professional you actually learn from. So find somebody that is already further ahead of you in whatever skill, and learn from the person. Apart from just learning from the person, become really, really, really good at that skill. Like become a top tier in that skill. So if it's programming, like we're saying, become like a top tier coder. Then the last step to do it, to become a millionaire, is to do it for a long period of time. Look at Elon Musk, look at Jeff Bezos, look at Mark Zuckerberg, look at even Imangaji. One thing you notice in common in all these guys is that they have been in their game for a very, very long time. I think even Imangaji, that is like the youngest of them all, all these names are listed, he's not a billionaire. I think he's really started his business and make money journey and everything around the age of 14. I think that's what he said if you watch his videos. He's currently 23 now, so that's almost 10 years already. But notice all these things. Elon Musk started business and everything back in, I think, when he was 24 or something. I think the guy's almost like 50 years old at this point. Like if you look at all these guys, they have not been doing what they are doing for like 1 year, 2 years. They have been doing it for like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So that's it. You have to stay with whatever you are doing long term, then become really, really good at that skill. By just implementing these 3 things, find a high value skill, become really, really good at that skill, and do it for a very long period of time. Within the next, let's say, 5 to 10 years, you're probably going to be a millionaire. So I'm not going to, this is now going to be the part 2 of this video, and the part 2 now I'm just going to be talking of mindsets that I think, you know, are going to be helpful to on the path to becoming a millionaire. The first mindset I will kind of bring out here is passion comes first. And the things that when you watch many of these, you know, make money videos and everything, all these rich guys, online gurus and everything, many of them are usually against this idea of following your passion and everything. And I get it to a sense. You know, you might have heard follow your passion, and you too might be against that advice. It seems that you might not necessarily, like, you know, be super passionate about the work you are doing, like the way you are passionate about, you know, your favorite food or your favorite TV show or something. But you have to actually be really, really interested in the work you are doing. Like, you have to care about the work you are doing a lot more than just surface level. You know, I want to make money, I want to do this. Like, you have to actually really, really, really care about the work that you do, because it seems that when you don't really care about, if that passion is not there, that desire, that like caring, it's going to be very hard for you to like put your best into this thing, because like passion is extremely important. And another thing is, I know I'm rambling, but the thing is that earlier this year I made a video about, you know, whether I should follow your passion or not. I watched the video recently, and I still think I made valid points in that video, so I will link the video in the description of this video if you're interested in that. But the thing I'll just say now is there are 3 types of people according to Alex Omozi. Shout out to Alex Omozi. There's the artist, the hybrid, and the entrepreneur. So the artist is, for example, the painter. You know, he likes to paint, he likes to make all these drawings and everything. And the artist literally doesn't care about money at all. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to be a millionaire. He doesn't want to make money. Like, he just wants to paint. He just wants to draw. You know, make the best paintings in the world possible, which is not bad at all. But the problem with the artist is like, well, let me just say them all first. So the artist just loves to paint. Then there's the hybrid. The hybrid is almost like the combination of an artist and an entrepreneur, in the sense that he likes to paint as well, but he wants to make money too. Like, he cares about money. So the artist doesn't care about money. He just wants to draw and make the best paintings possible. The hybrid wants to paint, but he also wants to like be able to earn a good living from it. Then there's the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur does not care about painting. He doesn't care about like art or whatever. All he cares about is anything that is like business related, anything money related. That's the entrepreneur. So out of these 3 categories, I know you can probably get, of course, you know, there are a lot of variables that play, so it's not very accurate. But in general, the entrepreneur is going to be the richest out of all of them all, because, you know, like, all he cares about is just business. Like, you can literally give him anything: painting, programming, AI, medicine, fucking wine, anything. Like, as long as there's just like business related stuff to it, the entrepreneur is down, he's going to do it. But the artist, he only just loves his craft. You know, he loves painting, he loves singing, he loves, you know, carpentry, making the best woodwork possible. That's all he loves. But the problem with the artist is like, if you are just, you know, blindly doing what you love, it's good, you're going to like enjoy your work, it's going to be very fulfilling, but you're going to be broke. Artists, you're not going to like really become rich like that. But the hybrid is kind of where I feel like this is where I belong as well. The hybrid is like the middle ground. It's like you're not like at the extreme end, anything business related, as long as it's going to make you money, you don't care. And you're not at the extreme end that, you know, I just want to like paint and stay in the clouds or anything. Like, you're kind of in the middle. Like, yes, I want to paint and enjoy the work I do, but at the same time I also want to make a lot of money. So these are 3 types of people, and no one is like really bad, because everybody is different and everybody fits these like different places. Just like I said, I feel like I'm the hybrid. So like, because I kind of tried that, the entrepreneur thing. You know, you watch all these entrepreneur guys online, they tell you, you know, just like, don't focus, like, passion is bad, don't ever follow your passions, you know, find like what the market actually cares about. And that's very true. If you want to make a lot of money, find what the market cares about and deliver like a solution to that, because that's literally the formula. Like, solve a problem for somebody, give value to the market. That's literally how to make money. You know, there's a million other things that goes into it, but in summary, that's just it. Give value to the market. But the problem with just giving value to the market, so whatever is valuable, is like you won't really enjoy it. And when you don't really enjoy the thing, when you don't really care about it, and, you know, you just care about the money, it's usually harder for you to stick to it long term. At least for me, this is what I noticed to myself. For me to just like, you know, at first, you know, when you first started, you're very excited. Oh, you know, yes, I'm going to make a lot of money. Then when you actually get into like reality and things start to get hard, shit hits the fan, all of a sudden you're not going to be able to stay true. Like the only example I can think of in my life is, as of right now, I have another channel, a faceless channel, motivational channel and everything. And compared to this channel, that channel is, you can almost say 10 times better, because as of right now, that channel is like 700 subscribers or something. And in close to the monetization goal, the YouTube partner program monetization goal, my watch hours is almost 2,000 hours. That's like half. So literally, like to get monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, and I'm already like 700 subscribers, about 2,000 hours of watch time thereabouts. So like I'm literally closer to monetization on that channel compared to this channel. Like this channel, like we're at 59 subscribers, and shout out to you, thank you for watching these videos. Like for real, I really appreciate. Like I'm glad people actually watch these videos and find value in them. So like thank you for watching. And my watch hours here, I don't even know how many. It's something like 10. Like I basically made no progress on this channel. Like if I referring to the monetization and all that. But the things I hate, like I don't enjoy making videos on that channel. Even though I don't show my face, even though somehow the videos to make on that channel are even kind of easier than these ones I'm making to make, I still don't like enjoy it. And of course I've been trying to, like, I'm disciplined, I try my best to be disciplined and everything. But it's like, if you don't deeply care, if there's no like deep passion inside of you, no deep desire, like it's going to be very hard to scale through. And if you're a very disciplined individual, maybe this might not really be a problem for you. But somebody like me, like I just noticed, is usually extremely hard to do it, like especially when I don't really see, like when I don't care about it, it's very hard. So instead of just being like all these online entrepreneurs that tell you, like no, don't follow your passion, just do what is going to like bring money to the market and everything. Like yes, that's going to make you a lot of money, honestly, but if you're not like a very disciplined, if you are not like an entrepreneur, just like the three groups of people I mentioned, if your type is not entrepreneur type and you're not super disciplined, like it's going to be hard to make it. It's going to be hard to reach that end. So something better I would recommend is to instead become more self-aware. And shout out to Gary Vee on this one. Gary Vee has appreciated this for years now, but it's now recently that all these things are starting to really hit me. Like become more self-aware. Like know which type of person am I? Am I the artist type? Like I don't really care about money. Like even if I'm broke, quote unquote, like I don't really care. I don't need stuff. Like you're fine. So like know that yes, I want to be an artist, and like yes, I'm not going to be a millionaire in my lifetime, but the work I'm going to do, every single day of my life that I'm going to spend working, I'm going to actually genuinely enjoy it. Or the hybrid, like myself, like yes, I want to genuinely enjoy my work, but at the same time I want to make a lot of money as well. Or the entrepreneur that I don't really care what I do as long as it's business related stuff. Like I'm happy. So just like realize which type of person you are, and like follow that footpath, because many of all these entrepreneur guys are telling don't follow your passion and just do what's like is actually going to bring you money. These guys are entrepreneurs, like that's their like personality type. Like as long as what they are doing is business related, they are happy, they are good. But if you are not really that type of person, like you're not really going to be happy, and it's going to be very hard. Like the path you are going down is going to be very hard. It's going to be almost like an uphill climb rather than like a descending slope, or at least a leveled ground. So like I think passion is very important. Even if you're not like really super passionate, like the way you're passionate about your favorite food or whatever, at least you have to really deeply care about the thing you're doing. The second mindset that I think is really going to help you is thinking long term. So the best analogy I can think of is imagine two plants. So here in Nigeria, there's literally plants everywhere. So there's corn plants, maize, and there's like coconuts. So these are two different plants. The corn plant, literally within 3 to 4 months, this is going to it's going to be ripe, it's going to be mature. While the coconut plant is going to literally take like years before it becomes mature. So the corn within 3, 4, 5 months, max, like the corn is ready, you can harvest it and everything. While the coconut probably like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years before it's like really mature. But think about the value. Like think about how much they are worth. If you are going to buy corn, you will definitely know that one coconut is more expensive than corn. One coconut is more expensive than corn. Maybe maybe I might be wrong, but in general, one coconut is probably more expensive than corn. So the reason for that is because the coconut plant is more valuable than the corn plant. Even though the corn plant literally took like 3 months to grow, it's like that's the thing. It doesn't make it valuable because it's just like fast. It can just grow within 3 months. But why the coconut, it usually takes years. And another thing again, the corn plant that grows within 3 months, the fruits, like the maize that is going to come out, they are just going to be like maybe 3 corn cobs. Why the coconut is literally going to have maybe like 30 coconuts on the tree. So the point I'm trying to make is like, usually the longer term thing usually wins. The longer term thing usually makes a lot more money than the short term thing. You can start like your little side hustle today and start, make like $10 here or $50 here or $100 here. But if you like actually start a proper, business, like you actually put in the time, you actually put in the effort, you're not desperate, you're not like trying to chase quick cash. You're usually going to make a lot more money. But the things that, like I said, is going to take long. So just like the corn plant, 3 months, maybe within 3 months, you're making, $20 a month, $100 a month, $200 a month. But it's like, that's almost like the peak of it. While if you chase like a longer term project, within 3 years, you could be making $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 a month. So I think you should just think more long term. Two of my favorite sayings, like Alex Mozi usually says, like the longer the wait, the bigger the reward, or something like that. Then my favorite one from Gary Vee is like, the person that holds his breath the longest wins. And that's usually very true. Like the longer term you are thinking, the more money you are going to make. And if you listen to many rich people, entrepreneurs, like billionaires, all these guys, they don't usually think in terms of like 3 months or 6 months or 30 days. They think in terms of like 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. You're like, this asset I bought today is going to be worth this amount 10 years from now. You're not like, this business I'm starting today is going to be worth this 2 months from now. Like, so think more longer term in simple English. So what do we have next? The next mindset is success depends on you. Success depends on you. Like, take responsibility for your life. One thing I kind of usually hate is like, people like to blame other people. People like to blame other things. Especially like, I live in Nigeria, and everybody's like, oh, Nigeria is falling apart. Nigeria is not good, blah, 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 which to some degree they have like a point. But the thing I don't like is like thinking because of the government I'm poor. Like, yes, kind of, like the government was better, your life would probably be better. But if the government was better, I can bet you're still going to be broke. You're not broke because of the government, you're broke because of you. You're not broke because you're living in Nigeria, you're broke because of you. You're not broke because you're living in India, you're broke because of you. The reason, like, take responsibility for your life. Start to see things as your own fault. Because when you think I'm broke because of me, I can do something about it. If you think I'm broke because of the government, like, you can't change the government, you can't really do anything about it. So like, take responsibility for your actions and stop blaming like your circumstance and everything. You are the reason why you're broke, you are the reason why you're here, you are the reason why this is happening to you, you are the reason why you're going through whatever you're going through in your life right now. You might argue that this thing happened out of fate or is unfair or whatever, like, true. But the problem of putting blame on other things is like, you can't do anything about it. If you say, it's just life, like, yeah, it could just be life, life sucks and everything, but you can't change life, but you can change yourself, you can improve yourself, you can do something about your situation. So success depends on you. The fourth mindset I think is going to be helpful is just don't buy stupid things, bro. Like, just don't buy, like, many people, they want to, once they start making a little bit of money, you see them on the flashy cars and the flashy clothes, and like, don't be that person. Don't be that person. The fifth mindset I think is going to help you is like, shortcut your way to success by listening to people that have gone ahead of you. It's just like the example I mentioned earlier. If you want to learn how to be a good piano player, go and look for the piano teacher. Like, of course, you can sit there by yourself and practice all alone, without seeking any mentorship or like training or anything. Like, yes, you could do that, but you could just go and visit the piano teacher. Like, because the piano teacher is like a lot further than you, and listening to everything they are going to tell you, following the advice and everything is literally going to save you time, going to save you years, going to save you a lot of things. So if it's like making money, maybe for example you want to be like a copywriter, you look for other professional copywriters, learn from them, buy their courses if they have courses, buy their books if they have written books, watch their videos, and literally learn from them, so you like just avoid a lot of unnecessary problems that are going to arise on your way. The sixth mindset I think is going to help you is, it's going to suck. Like, it's going to be very hard, and you need to work hard as well. And when I was talking about following your passion and everything, don't think I'm saying it because so that the road is going to be rosy and everything. Like, it's going to be very hard. This is just life. Like, life sucks. Life is hard. Life is tough. So thinking, because I'm following my passion, because I'm doing what I love, like, I'm never going to have to work a day in my life. Like, you're joking. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be difficult. But that's part of the reason why I still advocate that you should do what you are passionate about. At least what what you're interested in. Maybe the word passion is too like wishy-washy. Do what you're interested in, because when those hard times come up, it's going to be easy to keep going. Because, like, almost Steve Jobs said this in one interview he did. Like, the reason why it's important to love what you do is because when those hard times come, any rational person will quit. When something like ugly happens, when everything is not going right, and the most logical thing to do is to quit. Every logical normal person is going to quit. But if you actually care about your work, if you're passionate about it, if you actually want to move this forward, you are not going to quit when everybody is going to quit. I mean, people will be asking, why do you keep doing this when everything is failing? Like, why bother, why try? And the only reason why you actually try is because you actually care about it, you're actually interested in it. So, like, just know it's going to suck. Like, life is hard. And another thing again is you need to work hard. And that's still part of the reason why I still advocate if you're passionate, because when you're passionate, you're actually going to be more likely to put in the hours. You're actually going to be more likely to work hard. So you need to be passionate about. Sorry, it's going to suck, and you're going to have to work really hard for it. The next mindset I think is going to help you is to have an abundance mindset. Like, so many of us who have been raised to think that, including myself, I'm not like exactly, I'm trying to like break away from all this. Well, we have literally been raised to think that money is like scarce, money is hard. I can't remember where I heard it, but I think they say $4 trillion flows through the world, circulates through the world every single day. $4 trillion. Like, if 4 trillion of this stick circulates through the world every single day, guess how many people are on this earth? We are, I think, 8 billion. We say 4 trillion. That's almost like 1,000 times more than how many people are on the world. If 4 trillion of these things circulate through the world every single day, you cannot tell me this stick is scarce. Like, you literally cannot tell me this stick is scarce. So, like, imagine the number of people on the earth are not up to 4 trillion. Well, literally like 8 billion or something. And in order to get to 4 trillion, that's almost like 100,000 times more than how many people is. So the point I'm just trying to make is, money is not scarce. Like, you might think it is, it's like, you might show me like, oh, I live in Nigeria, oh, I live in India, oh, I live in a third world country, or oh, even though I live in a first world country, everything is hard, everything's expensive, this is this. Like, yes, but the more you can start to tell yourself, like, everything is scarce, but why is it that people are still making millions of dollars, people are still making a lot of money? There are literally people in Nigeria that are making a lot of money, literally people in Nigeria that are rich, literally people in India that worth billions of dollars. So you don't have that mindset that money is scarce, or money doesn't, like, this part of the world, money is not here. Like, money is everywhere. Just like I said, $4 trillion flows through the world every single day. So you can't tell me 4 trillion of this, like, if 4 trillion of this exists, you can't tell me this is scarce. You just have to have an abundance mindset and think it's actually plenty. Actually, be able to go out and grab one for yourself, take a piece of the pie, like they usually used to say. The next mindset I think is going to help you is to believe in yourself. It's to literally believe in yourself, because just like I said earlier, it's going to be hard, it's going to be tough. So, like, and everybody is going to doubt you. The only person that is going to, that might, I'm not even saying guaranteed, maybe believe in you is your mom. You and your mom against the whole world. Your father is going to think you're wasting your time. Your brother is going to think you're dumb. Your friends are going to be laughing at you. Thyself, instead of you to go finish school or get a job, or work, do this or do this, you're trying to chase this, that you're trying to be an entrepreneur. They are going to laugh at you. The market is very wicked. The market is very brutal. Like, if you are, how do I put it, if you are inexperienced, the market doesn't care. The market is very brutal. Like, you are going to fail a lot. So not believing in yourself just makes the whole thing worse. You're going to quit. Like, especially if you to try to become a millionaire, it sounds so wishy-washy. It sounds so like how would I put it, so impossible. Especially if you live in a place like a third world country, India, Nigeria, all these low, like you tell people around you're going to be a millionaire. Like who wants to believe you? So you have to believe in yourself. You have to really like think I can pull this off. Like I can actually make this work. As long as I learn the skills needed, as long as I put in the work, I can actually become a billionaire. As long as I set my mind to it, I can actually become a millionaire. Believe in yourself, bro. The next mindset that I think is going to help is to start with what you have. Like this is one another excuse that usually pisses me off. People will be like, oh, in order to make money, you need money to make money. So since I don't have money, I guess I cannot make money. And to some degree, they are right, because like, yes, you kind of need money to make money. At the same time, you don't really need money to make money. You need what you already have to make money. You need resourcefulness to make money. You need, creativity. You need to use your brain to make money, not necessarily money. And starting with what you have might not, like for example, I'm recording this video right now on my my YouTube channel. I'm literally using my phone. This is what I have. I could sit down and say, oh, I don't have a fancy phone. I don't have an iPhone. I'm using Oppo A5 or some budget Android phone. I don't even know the name. I could literally say, oh, I don't have some fancy iPhone, so I guess I'm not going to record a video. I could literally say, oh, I don't have some fancy mic or a fancy tripod or a professional camera, so I guess I'm not going to record a video because I don't have any. This is what I have and this is what I'm using. And in terms of like the money stuff, yes, you might not necessarily have like millions of dollars to start your business or whatever venture you want to get into, but you could literally like instead of choosing to buy like I don't want to start like one of those guys that are always penny pinching, like no, don't buy coffee, like, but to some degree, instead of using the money you used to buy coffee or drink or like things that kind of cheap like that, you could literally choose to not buy coffee for literally a month or 2 months, and all those money you used to buy the coffee, when you accumulate it together within that 2 months period, it will be enough for you to start the business. Or you could literally just go and get a part-time job right now. You could literally go through your wardrobe or your stuff and see things like you are no longer really using, clothes you don't really wear, or the most expensive clothes you have that you don't really need, and sell them off. Like those are ways you can actually get money to start making the money you need to make. But many people will not want to go that extra mile. You could literally go to like some loan app or so to go and borrow money. You could literally get a part-time job or go and work like 3 jobs to make money. People will not want to go through all these extremes. You could literally even sell your phone and buy a cheaper phone, so you have like enough cash to start whatever you want to do. People are not going to do all this. Instead, oh, I don't have money to start, so I guess I'm not going to make, like, don't be that person. Be resourceful, like actually try. Bro, my truth is try. Like, be resourceful. Like, don't just sit down and make excuses. Just like I said, they are the only reason that it's going to be, they are the only reason why you're not successful. They are the only reason why you become successful. Like, so yes, you might not necessarily have money, but that's why you have brain. That's why you have creativity. That's why you are human. Like, you are wiser than animals because you are human. Like, you have brain, so use your brain to action. You can say, okay, what do I have that I don't really need? What is expensive that I can sell off that is going to give me extra cash to start this thing? Do I need to get a part-time job? Do I need to get a full-time job? Do I need to do this or do this, or do I need to borrow money from this person? Like, become creative, become resourceful. And the last mindset that I think is going to help you to become a millionaire is you're going to fail a lot and you could change course later. Okay, but I've kind of said this one before. You're going to fail a lot. It's going to be hard. Like, it's going to suck. But the main last one I just want you to know is like you could change what you start out doing. Like, when Facebook was originally created, Facebook, I think it was created for like college students or something. Now Facebook is worldwide. Like, everybody uses Facebook. So I'm very sure Mark Zuckerberg at the time was thinking, maybe this is like little app is going to just be for like colleges and everything. But look at Facebook today. Facebook is worldwide. When Amazon started, Amazon was, I think, just selling books alone. But look at Amazon today. They sell pretty much everything at this point. So the point I'm trying to make is like the first business you start, or the first like entrepreneurial endeavor you get into, it might not necessarily be the thing you still be doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Like, it's okay to change course. It's okay to like switch. It's okay to like change stuff, especially when you're just starting out. Like, you don't have to just like, yes, to become successful, like I said, you have to stick to one thing and become really really good at it. But if you notice like the one thing you have been sticking to is no longer really serving you, it's okay to change, it's okay to switch. Like, it's life. The business you're going to be doing 5 years or 10 years from today might not be the one you're doing. I don't know if it's the same business, just like Amazon, for example. Like Jeff Bezos is still running Amazon, but it's like he's not operating it the way he's operating it the way he just started, by just, you know, selling books and everything. So like, it's okay to change course. You might eventually change course. So those are literally all the mindsets that I think are going to help you to become a millionaire. So the last few the last few things I'll just say is you should work hard, learn, and believe in yourself. Like, work really hard. And that's part of the reason why I keep, you know, bringing that passion stuff. To me, I feel like passion is too like wishy-washy. At least genuinely care about what you do, because if you actually care about the thing you are doing, you want to level up and work hard in that thing. So, you know, work hard and learn. Look for people that are already further ahead of you. Go and, you know, study whatever. If you want to be a YouTuber, for example, look at people that are already successful in YouTube. Go and learn the secrets. You know, do the things they're telling you to do. You want to be like a copywriter, go and look for advanced copywriters. Look at the things they're telling you to do. And the end goal should not only be to be a millionaire. The end goal is to become like fulfilled and to be happy. Just like I said, you know, the three types of people: artist, hybrid, and entrepreneur. If you're an artist, for example, but you know, being an entrepreneur is going to make you a millionaire or whatever, and you know, you're just chasing this business model that, yes, you know, it's going to make you a lot of money and everything, you cannot really be fulfilled ever. Like, yes, you might not even reach a point where you won't actually start making serious money. I know if you eventually reach that point, you're just going to feel like, you know, you're going to feel shallow. I've heard about, you know, the depressed millionaires and everything. You're probably going to be part of that group. And also, if you're an entrepreneur as well, and you know, you're, you know, being an artist and you're painting around, you're going to feel like you're not going to feel complete as well. So you have to just have self-awareness and know like the type of person you are, and make your goals and everything in accordance with the type of person you are. So yeah, I think that's basically all I have for if you want to be a millionaire. The last thing I'll just say is, you know, earlier in this video, if you made it, first of all, if you made it to the very end, thank you. Because I didn't want to say this video was going to be this long, but I feel like this is a, you know, kind of an in-depth topic and everything. But if you made it to this end, in the beginning of the video I mentioned that I made my first dollar ever online, you know, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, thereabouts. So if you're interested in that journey, you know, you want to know how I made the money, and you know what the whole process was like, I actually have another channel where I make, you know, videos similar to just the way I'm making this type of video, you know, unedited and everything, and I documented the whole process there. So you can go to my other channel, I will link it in the description below. You can go and check the videos out if you're interested. The only thing I'll just warn you is that those videos, they are very long and they are very boring as well. Just similar to if you found this video interesting, then those videos are not going to be boring to you. But if you found this video boring, then yes, those videos are going to be boring to you. And I also recommend you watch all the videos in accordance. So like, you go to the beginning and watch, you know, the part 1, the part 2, so you kind of understand the story. That's if you're interested. If you don't really care, then I don't know, go and do something else with your life. So anyways, thank you for watching this video. Like I said, I'm not by any means a millionaire. I'm still like a broke fuck. But I know one day, even if I'm not going to necessarily be like a millionaire or something, I'm going to be financially free. That's for certain. So this is just like the beginning of my journey, you know, before I reach that place. And I'm glad you're one of the few people that were able to look at me at this point while I was broke, before I actually become like successful and everything. So anyways, thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.